Kunz Motorsports. You saw the front part. Now this is the back part. That's some haulers right there, cuzzos.
This place was the Cummins Pilot Center. This was all pretty much, we hadn't changed too much. We did the
displays.
Yeah, they used to be kind of open into the back room there. You could just walk right on through. And this right here was a reception desk.
Oh, okay.
Was right here.
For the girl,
Yep,
or whatever.
So we tore it out, kind of made the wall so we could do trophies and built this platform.
Now, were these existing offices kind of all here?
All the offices was here. We just painted.
Took down the reception deal. That's what you got. Those are the Lombardis.
They're back there. So we built this center section here, which is just kind of showcase all of our nice trophies. These are the Chili Bowl trophies here. All these right here. Golden Drillers, 9 of them.
Those are
One
like
that's different, 2016, which was the 30th year.
Right.
That was Rico won that. And so they made a little different trophy for
A little
the 30th.
bigger.
And they gave a ring that year. It's the only year they've ever gave a ring.
in 16.
It's 16.
For the 30th.
For the 30th, yeah.
Tell us about those, Keith.
These are Belleville Nationals, which used to be the biggest race of the year. These up here are the Louis Vermilles, which is Calistoga. You know, every time you win at Calistoga, so we started going out there, and for like 4 years we won.
That's a neat trophy, though.
Yeah. So they're wine barrels.
Right.
That's Louis Vermilles, a replica of him. These here are USAC championships. These are all the national championships trophies for winning the USAC.
I tell you, USAC always has a nice trophy. They always.
Yeah. And most of what you see up front here, like all the cold hard steel design, is a lot of Indiana midget weeks and stuff like that. Yeah, there's a BC.
Did they do the steering wheel?
Yeah, I'm not sure. That was probably.
Was that your steering wheel?
No,
That's
that
part
was
of the.
probably. Yeah, I'm not sure. That might have been a year ago or something.
Here you go.
That's midget week. Yep. This is Tate here. He's
Is the one getting fit in the back?
That's his junior sprint. So tomorrow's gonna be his.
He looks like a race car driver.
Yeah.
And his
Well,
dad helped.
His dad's Chuck Gurney Jr.
Oh, okay.
Which he used to race.
Sure.
Runs IRP, still on the pavement.
Yeah,
And
no.
his dad was Chuck Gurney.
Right.
Ring rider.
Right.
Yeah.
So he's
I
like
got
third, fourth generation.
Third generation. Yeah, third generation.
Where's your office, Keith? You gotta show us where the big man.
Chuck.
You and Pete. So we're at Keith Kunz Motorsports, Columbus, Indiana. I've been a friend of Keith's for, maybe 10, 11, 12 years since he's been coming to the track. And I make it to Columbus probably once every couple years. And this is on my bucket list. Now, he's since relocated. I knew Keith, and I've been to his old shop out by the airport. But this is like Taj Mahal compared to that. That was just a regular working shop. Wasn't real fancy.
Yeah.
Now Keith is fancy. Keith is fancy now. This is Keith's office right here.
This is my office.
Tell us about this right here, Keith.
This is Cole Witt. Cole Witt came to me when he was 16 years old, 2008. Won the USAC National Midget Championship that year. He was the youngest kid to ever win it.
That's his nose piece?
That's the nose piece off the pavement car, his gloves. He made that up for me after he won the championship.
Now, Keith, is there any...
Then Cole went on and run NASCAR trucks and NASCAR.
A lot of people don't know the Keith Kunz numbering system. Can you explain this is a prime example of it right here.
Yeah.
So a lot of people, a lot of times can just see the car number, and before they even see the KKM, has anybody ever asked you about your numbering system?
Our most common numbers are 67, 71, and 97.
Right, like if you see a 67, a 71, or a 9 at a midget, or it's chances are, if it's not a KKM, then it's somebody that's trying to be a knockoff.
Yeah, there you go.
So
how we came up with those was...
And they always have the same font. The 7s are always the same.
Yeah, it's always the same font.
Right.
So in 1997,
right,
I came to work for Pete Willoughby.
Right.
And Pete had hired Jason Luffler.
Right.
Jason's was real close to Larry Howard, and Jason's number was always 71.
Right.
So that was the number we started off on his car. Pete had already had a car that year or the year before, and his number was 97. So that's the two numbers we kind of started off with, was
71
and
97. 97 was Pete's number. 71 was Leffler's number.
It was Leffler's number.
Right.
And
Keith Kunz didn't have a number at that point.
at that point, I didn't. So, in 2000, when I started, I kind of took over. You know, Pete was the owner back then.
Right.
I worked for him. We partnered up in 2000. So it was kind of in the middle of the year,
Right.
and I had to come up with some new numbers. So I grabbed 68, and we run 68.
Which, by the way, 68's nowhere to be found
Nowhere to
nowadays.
be found now.
Like,
So I only run 68 probably a year. Or two.
right. I don't even remember a 68.
We won a USAC, at least one USAC race with Jerry Kunz in
In the 68.
Yep. So that's.
Now, was Jerry...
And I grabbed 67 and 68. Because 68 used to be my number.
when you drove.
Yeah, back in the day, that was always our family number, was 68.
Look at that.
And then when I rode motorcycles, it was 68.
Look at those. They weren't even down to. They're like old
Yep.
wolf weld.
Yep.
Like remember wolf welds were like that too. Wolf wagons.
Yep.
Is that what they called them?
Yep.
What kind of chassis was that back then?
That was in Edmonds. This was 1975.
And where's this at?
Granite City.
Okay.
Granite City, Illinois, when the old Granite City on the old quarter.
And
mile.
is that you?
So that's me right there. That one right there is me. That's my dad. And that's my brother Chuck. And at that time, in 75, Chuck was driving. I mean, I just was kind of hanging around.
You were just scraping mud.
These are
You were doing whatever he told you to do.
Yep. These are all my cousins and uncles. So
For real, all of them.
yeah. So this is my dad. That's my Uncle Stooge, which is my mom's brother. That's this is just a family friend, Russ Solomon. That's my Uncle Chuck Wyatt, which drove Indianapolis from 56 to like 62. He run 4 years at Indy. So he was the main one that that kind of got us all into
racing.
Actually, it was my grandpa. But then him and Stooge raced for a long time, two brothers. It was my mom's brothers. And then my mom's sister married Sonny Russell. And Stooge's daughter married Log Yant. That's my brother Rusty. Well, my cousin, Duke DeRosa, which was Virginia, which is another sister, her
Right.
boy, Duke, drove for Rusty. Log married
I don't know
Stooge's
if
daughter.
people know the lineage like this. Like, I don't...
Sonny married Joanne, which is my mom's sister, and that is Jerry Russell, who
Eagle.
created Eagle Chassis,
Right.
took on, kind of started Maxim,
Right.
and now has JR1 chassis. Okay.
all
then-
from this
Yep.
whole group.
And then that is Mike Wyatt, which is Stooge's boy, and
Right.
Scotty Wyatt. Now Scotty's boy, Corey, and now Corey's boy. There's like a fourth generation now running out of them. And Stooge is still alive. He's 90. I think he just turned 94 or something like that. Chuck died when he was 90. My other aunt, Nopi, she just turned
So
90.
Keith Kunz got some good 90-year-olds. You're going to be up in the mix
Everybody
for a while.
on the Wyatt side was pretty much in 90s. They're in their 90s. My grandma lived in the mid 90s.
That picture.
This was back in 75 when we all came. Like me, Chuck, Tony, Jerry, Scott.
Did all these guys, was this a race?
Yeah.
This just wasn't a photo. This was a race.
Yeah, we all raced motorcycles together.
Right.
Like when
Who finished the best in this whole group that night?
Oh, probably I would say Duke. He was the Neymar champion. Duke was really, really
He was the
good.
slinging
yeah.
D.
Yeah, Rusty had a badass Chevy too. That was an old
How
Genesis
did the Pop's car do?
I don't remember. That was too long ago. We were mid packers.
What a great picture.
Clausen.
What a great picture.
This is Brian's helmet from when he drove for me. I traded him a trophy for it.
Because Brian was that way. He wasn't. Brian wasn't going to be given no helmet.
I had a special trophy that we won, and he wanted it, so I ended up getting that helmet.
Brian wasn't going to give you a helmet.
Cole, when he gave me that, he gave me a
Right.
helmet. Them are from Pennsylvania, some micro races we won. That's the Chili Bowl and probably Rico won.
Yeah.
That's my brother Rusty.
Keith, this is a nice office, but you know,
There's me and Rico. And that's the ring they gave away in 2016 with the Chili Bowl.
And let me just for the camera, I don't know how this conversation went, but if I could just maybe predict, Keith, man, this track looks like crap. It's gonna dry up. It's gonna be nothing. I'm gonna take Rico. Listen, Keith, it's gonna be okay. I can drive it anywhere. Don't worry. Just give me a good car. No, man, this guy's putting either not enough or too much water. Track sucks. It's gonna rubber down. It's gonna do that. Because trust me, I have to deal with Keith Kunz and his track expertise every February at my place. Look, that's not a happy Keith Kunz right there. Somebody's doing something wrong. The track's messed up.
So that's Chili Bowl, and Stewart was probably doing the track.
Too wet. It's going to be too big of a berm. Don't know what he's doing. Am I right, though? So every February when Keith comes to my place, even if the track, well, first of all, the track's never ever right. He'll park it. His guy will win, and Keith Kunz will still say, I was starting to rubber last 5 laps, so blah blah blah. Or it'll even get worse. We'll be 2 laps into it, and we'll be watching the race together, and he'll go, "You're gonna rubber up. You're gonna rubber up," and that's like. For a track promoter, that's like the kid touching. Like that's the worst thing is to take rubber. And this guy can sniff it out better than anybody. I can bullshit a lot of guys, but no, we're gonna be okay. It's gonna slick off.
Lap 20.
Not this guy. Not this guy.
So that's a helmet from PJ Jones.
Oh yeah.
PJ used to drive for me. Gave me his helmet.
Ton of checks.
A lot of checks. A lot of that's stuff from.
Not a lot of paperwork, Keith. Just look at you. You know why? Because you're back here all the time.
Yeah.
You're not a paperwork guy.
About once a month, I got to sit down and clean up my paperwork.
And then back here, just take us to the shop.
No.
Where's Pete? Now is this what's with
this? This is our trophy overflow room that we have to figure out.
Oh. So this is
all.
When we get time one of these days, we'll get somebody in here and
some really cool stuff.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah, that's a cool trophy. This one here is
you need to get somebody
from
come in here and
Houston.
Yeah.
We just won.
This is brand. By the way, this is brand new.
Yeah, that's brand new.
That's brand new. That's like 2 weeks old.
Yeah, we haven't had time to find a place for it.
This is a neat pick.
Yep. So at the Chili Bowl, there's a guy that paints pictures every night. He usually paints the winner the next day. So a lot of these you see on the wall that we have are
from that.
where the guys won the night before.
It's not a wonder Rico had talked you out of that one.
Yep. So
one of these days, Keith, you got to make this into a. I mean, I know you got the room set aside, but you got to. That would be neat.
So these are just all. Yeah, that's the KK and Give Back. That's the race that I promote at the end of the year, where I give away a Chili Bowl ride. It's a micro race.
Right. Yeah. Where do you do that? It's in.
This year it's at Port City, Tulsa.
Right.
Right there in Tulsa. So we'll have a micro race, and the winner of it will get a Chili Bowl ride.
How many years have you been doing that now?
5. 4.
Let's go in the shop part. Is this just some merch and supplies?
Yep.
Little break room.
For the guys.
Take us over here once, Steve. Look at that. This is Keith's little tinkering area right here.
That's my
Little tinkering area.
This is my area over there.
Oh, look at all.
This is a real shop.
These are all. These micro rear
No,
ends?
these are midgets.
These are midgets.
These are all probably damaged stuff.
Is this all
This is all damaged.
like need to be repaired?
Yeah.
Tail tanks,
This is our repair room where we build front ends, rear ends, some parts.
springs.
That's kinda
You
what
got a spring
the-
smasher. This is your fab
A
shop.
little bit of fab shop back here. You know, lathe, mill, saws.
All tubing.
Yeah. Storage.
And then
This is the main area.
this is. God. Now, are these cars that are retired up here?
These are all Chili Bowl cars up here.
So those are Chili Bowl specific.
Yep, special frames here and up here.
So Chili Bowls.
There's about 9 or 10 of them that are just Chili Bowl cars. So
Now, when will you start working on getting those ready?
after our California tour, so 1st of December.
So 1st of December, you're all hands on deck for
December,
you're thrashing.
we pulled those cars down, we start stripping these cars, we built those cars.
Now, how many drivers do you have currently? in the midget program?
There's probably 12, 13, something like that, different ones that drive Fords on them.
So it's not, some of them are like,
We'll have
like this person here.
we have like Bryant Wiedemann, Taylor Reimer, Brennan Crouch, Buddy. They all run full time. Dominic Gordon, he just started running for us. He won the pursuit race at the BC 39.
Right.
That was like his
Where's Buddy's?
third night with
Where's Buddy's BC 39 car?
right down here.
Can we go look at it?
It's probably this one right here.
See if it's got a special right rear that made for hitting.
This is
to
it.
go off the walls.
Yeah, this is it right here.
So you've already taken it.
Yep, we've already taken it back down.
So when you get a car that wins a big race like what Buddy did on the BC 39, do you?
Well, every week when we get home, like all these cars, they were all stripped down.
To this
basically, still had the motor in them.
Right. So less the motor. They'll go down to here.
They'll go down to here
and go completely through
We
everything.
go through drive lines and do whatever we got to do and fix whatever we got to fix. And,
Look how little Buddy is.
yeah.
Even Keith, who thinks he's in shape.
Yeah,
There's not a lot of people that could fit in there. I don't know if you could fit in there,
I
Erica.
can't get in there. We have a lot going off, Bochelle, Ben Rhodes, NASCAR
Yeah.
truck driver. He's run for us some this year.
I've seen that car, and I like that gray on gray. I like that. It looks good on camera, by the way.
Wiedemann's backup car.
Right.
Backup car for Buddy. Ryan Timms been running the
Right.
car. He's running for us quite a bit now. That's his car.
And then
And we'll move drivers and car numbers around, stuff like that.
that's 01. That's a little
Yep.
not Keith Kunz's.
Right, 25. So we've got so many cars that we let people have their numbers now.
You've got so many cars you've had to get off the Keith Kunz numbering system.
Yeah, we've had to get off that. We still have it for like our house car and
Right.
cars,
But you
Still
will
our
see,
fleet
you
friendly.
will see Keith Kunz. It's probably a little bit anxiety for him, but you could see an 01. You could see
There's
a
a 25.
25,
That's about it. The rest of them are
and then up,
other numbers, K's, whatever.
and then up there.
The black car here is Rico's 2014 championship car. I kept it. And then over there is Kyle Larson's
Make sure you get Larson's to the righty.
2012
Well,